Hello. Ah, hello. Okay, sorry for this. For some reason, my microphone just didn't work until I reconnected. Um, and also sorry for a little delay. I just wait. Why I can hear myself? I have my Twitch watch open. Um, anyway, yeah, I again was uh, uh tinkering with my avatar right before stream. So yeah, and just didn't notice time. Um, Anyway, so we are continuing Tiny Snow. So on previous stream we actually make different choice. Um and it seems one more second. Um Sorry for more delays. Hmm, I guess VC don't really work too good when he didn't see microphone since I have a lip sync with audio. Hmm, it should work. I think it's working. Yeah, it is working just. Hmm. For some reason, I think it should be a little bit more apparent, but whatever. Most think it is working. Um, for delays. Anyway, so on previous stream, we make another choice and push away Fluffy, and fortunately for us, or at least for me, it actually, from what we see right now, it is going on exactly as I was hoping it's gonna be. Like there is no like too much drama or something between them, but now they still probably gonna be together, but just take things a little bit slower, which I'm kind of like. Um, because well, we already spoke about this on previous stream, but I kind of didn't like the first choice because it was kind of too forceful. Um, Anyway, let's continue. Hmm, where are we? Here. So I believe we.
你真是个讨厌的人。
Okay, we see another scene with Professor. Hmm, and we kinda meet Professor previously, first time on previous stream. The kinda interesting person, which don't really believe in relationships, or like it seems, or maybe rather just mostly thinking about it from science perspective. Um, so yeah, and if we talk about main character and Flavie, they still in mountains. Um, there is chance they gonna uh, go down from mountains pretty soon, or at least I hope for this. Or maybe not. I mean, they still cute together in mountains. I just a little bit want to see them interact with everything else besides mountains. Um, yeah, we actually, I believe we kinda learned why journalists can be boring main characters, and it's probably mostly because of Professor, because she kinda popular. But maybe not. Maybe there is something else going on. But on this time, I actually think that yeah, it's probably just because of Professor. Hmm. I mean, there's also interesting fact about Professor believing in what people should be um, be connected genetically or something like this. Or mean choose partners uh, on genetics or something like this. Um, and there is chance maybe because of this she actually um, take Fluffy and main characters to her. Actually, we don't really know yet about Fluffy because we know what she I guess adopted main characters, but Fluffy just appeared or something. Like they just introduced main characters with Fluffy, but I don't think we actually have enough explanation why Fluffy was with Professor or why Professor take Fluffy. So is she actually also adopted her from orphanage or something? Or maybe there is some other story. Who knows? I guess we're gonna learn in the future. Anyway, let's, I guess, continue reading. You are in trouble. My job is to reach out the truth. Of course I'm in trouble. By the way, from what we see in this, so I guess it is a continuation of previous dialogue from between professor and journalist. Wait, is it? I was pretty sure journalist eventually ran away with promise to make things bad. So is it the same journalist or it's another one? I think it's the same voice actor, but I'm not sure. I'm not really good in recognizing voices.
我是说你讨厌，不是记者讨厌。
No, I said you were trouble, not journalists.
讨厌我不请自来？
What? Because I came without being invited?
这是原因之一。
That certainly is one reason.
而且上次的采访经历让我
Well,
非
I
常
wasn't satisfied with our last interview. So I guess it's the same journalist.
你浪费了你平台的资源，
You wasted so
发了
much
一篇
time.
没有营养的
Up for terrible article.
但能让你不开心，
Well
说明
then.
达到了预期效果。
If I upset you, my job is done.
好的，谢谢，你可以走了。
Then in that case, thank you and goodbye.
现在还不能走，有很多事
Not
情
just yet. I have some questions for you,
我没有回答你的义务。
and I have no obligation to answer.
你可以不
啊
回答我，但
You
建
can
议
have the right to remain silent, but I recommend cooperation.
这段时间我在您身上花了很多
Up
功
until
夫，
now, our goal has
挖出了一些黑夜。
been to reveal your dark past, and we will have succeeded. Interesting.
我想
And well,
您不希望这些
you
东
wouldn't
西
want that publicized, would you?
没关系，你可以
Oh,
随便。
I don't mind.
您就不怕这些事情爆出来
I'm not considered
影响
a
自己
threat to your
生命
reputation and
和
future.
前途？
我没有生育，更没有什么
I have
前
never
途。
to worry about.
您不怕吗？
Aren't you scared
怕谁？
of
怕失去一切？
losing absolutely everything you worked for?
本来就一无所有，
I have
谈
nothing.
何失去？
What could I possibly lose?
您说话的方式真让人不舒服。
You're not comfortable to speak to.
只是让你不舒服罢了。
Only with you.
而且你也没有必要采访
You
我，
can't just choose not to speak to me. You know,
因为不管我说什么，你们都
no
会
matter what
曲
my
解我
response
的意
is,
思
you'll twist it to your schemes anyways.
既然如此，一开始
So
就
given
自己
that,
编不是
why
更
not just
好
make
吗
up your own
反
story?
正我也不会
It's not like I would bother denying it.
我曲解你意思了？
At these words,
你没理解我的思想，
you don't
写出
understand
来
me.
的当然
You
就是
twist the
曲解
truth to fit your own view of reality, whatever you do, right?
想认真采访，你起码应该
If you
看完
truly
我
wanted
的
to
论
fair
文
interview with me, you should review my work first.
我没有义务研究你那些理论，
I don't
观
have to
众
do
们也
that.
没有。
No one does.
观众们没有义务，但你有，
Not everyone does, of course, but you do.
因为你是记者，而
You're
且
a
想要
journalist.
写关于我
It's the
的
nature of your work.
动笔之前做足功课，
Reviewing my research
这是对
before
知名人
interviewing
最
me
起
is
码
the
的
bare
要
minimum
求。
required of you.
我做足了功课，
I have researched plenty enough already.
虽然您号称自己对恋爱
So,
不感
you
兴趣，
said you aren't interested in relationships.
但您在
Yeah.
大学时期和7个男人有暧昧关系，里面还有一个是
However,
你们
you've
学
been
院的
romantically
院长
involved with 7 men at college, including the principal. Interesting. Is it a true, or if it just some? It can be just some sort of gossips or something. Especially if she wasn't. I mean, if she was the outcast, and it kind of possible with her personality. I kind of can't really believe her being good with people. So I kind of can imagine to her being outcast and people just hate her and speak rumors, fake rumors about her like this. But then again, maybe it's true. We don't really know a lot about her.
在基因研发中心工作的时候，
But
2个研究员
I'm
和
not
你
your
有那
academy.
方面的传闻
Your。coworkers have rumors of you.
高中只读到2年级就
But
退
get your
学，
second year of high
因
school
为校方
because you
认为
were
你
in
和
a
老
relationship
师
with
有
a
染
teacher.
而且你和你的
And
父
then
亲
you, at your own favor,
打断一下，
hold on.
你所谓的做足功课
You said you researched
都是这
all
方
of
面
this.
的，
是的，
Yes,
但我写的论文一篇
but
都
didn't
没
tell
有
about to read a single article. I might. I mean, he from the start kinda didn't seem like he really was interested about your researches and articles. He was, even before they start to conflict, he pretty much was mostly interested in your, I guess, personality and in her. Is it gonna be right thing as a person? Like, not like in sense himself was interested in her. It's mostly like he. Oh, I get think what he wanted to write article about her as a person, and not about stuff, and not about her works. So it makes sense why he did less research on his actual works. But maybe I just give him too much credit. Anyway, but didn't tell bother to read a single article I made.
我只研究大家感兴趣的东西。
I only bother to follow the scopes that the public wants me to.
那你回去继续研究吧，想写
Then
什
you
么
can return to this research, and I'll write whatever you wish.
不怕我把您过去的丑事都
Don't
抖
you
出
think I
来？
reveal this to everyone?
请便。
If you so choose,
看来你是个不知廉耻的人。
it would seem you are without shame.
知廉耻的目的是为了让自己内
Knowing
心
shame
平静
is only for humbling
而不是让你们这群
ourselves,
人开心。
not amusing ours. Oneself. Yeah.
不怕大家在背后指指点点吗？
Aren't you afraid I'll spread these rumors to everyone?
你怕地球毁灭吗？
Wouldn't you be afraid if you knew that the plant would explode tomorrow? Yes.
怕地球毁灭，但地球要
And
毁灭
with
的
all your
时
fear,
候，你能够阻
would you
止
stop
吗？
such a thing?
不能。
No.
那你怕它又有什么用？
Then why be afraid?
你
You.
哎呀，突
Oh
然
my.
对你感兴趣了。
I think I've taken a silent interest in you, Mr. Journalist.
虽然恶心我的人很
People
多，
typically discuss me,
但你过于执
but you
着
provide at least a tiny bit more.
采访我这件事，
Is this interview important to you?
是的，非
Yes.
常重要。
Very.
所以你的人生应该很
Then?
失败吧？
I'm sure your life is a complete failure.
怎么可
我
能？
What do you mean?
我这种名气小的学
I'm a
者，
very little known
很少
scholar.
有人肯
No
深
one
挖
has
我的
dug
肥
through my
料。
history as truthfully as you have.
要不是我经常在网上发表奇怪的
If I
言
wasn't
论，
beautiful, I didn't make
还有这张脸长得
up
还
just
错
comments online, I'm sure I
自己
would
连
have
关
no
注的人
presence
都
at
没
all.
有。可像你这样执着
But
的，
people like you, who
应
persist,
该是想从我身
must
上
have something to
证明
prove.
自己。一个人迫切的想证
If
明
one
自
wished to
己，
prove themselves
说
that
明他
badly,
目前非常
they
的
must
失
have
败，
failed along the line,
或者境
or
遇
be
很
in a
窘
poor
迫。
position. I mean, this professor definitely didn't really good with people. Um, it just, I mean, they already have conflict, so now it's like doesn't matter. But it also seems like she pretty much provoked him from the start and put him in this position. I mean, even if he was kinda annoying because he wasn't interested in her research, I'm pretty sure it can be dealt a little bit better from the start. But I guess she just a person like this.
要不要说出来听听？如果是
We
感
should
情方
talk
面的
about
问
it.
题会更好。
Everyone always says that helps.
毕竟我是感情专家，
I'm an expert in
至
emotion,
少大家都
after
这
all,
么说。
right?
没什么可说的。
I have nothing to discuss.
那我就来猜一猜吧。
And shall I guess,
你在公司的地位很低，
your love on the totem
虽然有
pole
经
at
验
work
但
from
从
the
未得到重视。
with undervalued but undeniable experience.
你的上司无视你，你的
Your
同事
employer
也瞧
has
不上你，
never promoted you, and your peers have never revered you.
感情也非常失败。现
You're
在
a
分
failure
手
in your
可能没
love
多
life.
久，或者
Perhaps you've
告
been
白
through
被
a
拒。
recent breakup or a complete rejection.
你没有女朋友，在努力追妹
You
子，
have no significant hour.
女孩长得还凑合，但不会有多漂亮。
You have no significant hour. But you're changing after one. Perhaps the girl is decent, but not gorgeous.
虽然你在乎长相，而且是非
You
常
pay
大
attention
众
to
的评
looks,
判标准，
but that's all just standard.
可你的条件又找不到
Your
更好
financial
的，
situation bars you
只
from
能
the
找
real
到看不
beauties,
过去的人凑合。
confining you to settling for less.
不过即便如此，这个女生依然看不上你。
But even this girl doesn't give you the time of day.
别说了，
Stop this.
所以你现在很想搞出一点
That's
名
why you
堂
want to expose someone else so badly. For vindication. To show you're not alone.
但你写的东西实在很烂，根本达
But
不
what
到
you
预
wrote
期的
was
效果。
complete trash. You're incapable of meeting even basic standards.
于是你准备卷土重来，搞
But you
点
decide
更
to
加劲
continue.
爆的玩意儿，
To expose even more.
让他和
Which
你
is the
公司
price
的
of your
人对
peers
你刮
and
目相
girl.
看，
Am I close?
是这样吗？
够了，别说
That
了。
is enough.
那是这样吗？
Am I?
说嘛，我们可以好好
Go
聊
on.
天。
You're just two human stalking.
我是记者，这是
I'm
采
a
访。
journalist here. This is an interview.
如果这是采访，那
If
请你
that's
出去。
how you see it,
但
you
如
should
果是
leave.
聊天，
Otherwise,
那
we
就
can
没
just
问题
chat.
你回答我的问题，
If
我
you
就回
answer
答你
me,
的问题。
I may answer back.
真的想写出好文章，
If you want to write
你得
better
知道很多大
articles,
家不知道
you
的。
need to pursue what no one else knows yet.
说不定这次爆料可以让你翻
Maybe
身。
what you get this
让
time
那个女
will
孩
get
对
you
你刮
that
目
prize
相
and
看呢？
that girl.
那你问吧。
Go on. Seriously? If all of your stocks kinda hard to understand why he decided to actually listen to her. But okay.
那个女孩喜欢你吗？
Does she like you?
不太喜欢。
No.
不喜欢你，你还追？
There is nothing.
今后会喜欢的。
She'll appreciate me soon.
你谈过几次恋爱？
How many times have you been in a relationship?
还没有谈，
None.
正式交往
At least not anything real.
没有过。
追求过多少女孩？
How many girls have you tried to get?
算现在的这个
If count the
有
current
5
one,
次
5
都
without
没成
success.
功。
这5个女孩有什么共同点吗？
Any commonalities? Yeah, I can guess what this word mean, but let me just check. Yeah. Like, I don't believe I'm actually seeing like a word like this, but yeah, I kind of guess correctly what it means. I mean, it's not hard, like, since it's from word common. Anyway,
他们是完全不同的类型。
they were all different.
完全不同的类型，不应该是
Completely?
同样的类型吗？
Shouldn't they be somewhat similar?
为什么要是同样的类型？
What makes you say that?
你喜欢的女孩，当然应该
Because
是
you
同样
must
的
have a
类型
type, the kind of person you like.
他们完全不一样。
They were all different.
哦，我知道了，因为
So
你还
then,
不知道
you have no
自己
type.
喜欢什么样的，或者说你追求她们，
Or maybe you
并不
don't
是因
even
为
like the
真正的
current
喜
girl.
欢。
我喜欢他们，
I do.
至
They're
少
cute
他
at
们长
least.
得很可爱。
多可爱，让你觉
How cute.
得全世界她最漂亮。
The cutest?
既然要追女孩，为什么不
You're
追那
going
个
to
最
chase
可爱
after
的？
someone. Why don't choose the cutest?
我知道自己条件不行，
I know I have no right to.
那想过为什么自己追不上
And
女孩吗？
considered why?
因为我还不够优秀。
I'm undeserving.
你不追最可爱的，不就是因
You
为
don't
知道
aim
自
for
己
the
不够
best.
优秀，
How do you know you can't reach them?
已经放低了标准，
How come
为
you
什么
fail
还是
and
失
you
败？
when you lower your standards?
可能我比自己想象的
Maybe
还
I'm
要
worse in
差
reality than I think.
那除此之外，还有什么原
Any
因导
other
致你追
possible
不到
reason
女
you
孩
can？think of?
我不是他们喜欢的类型，
Not their type, maybe.
他们都用这个
I've
理
been
由
told
拒绝
that.
了我。
他们喜欢什么样的类型？
What type did they actually prefer?
我也不清楚，
I wouldn't
可
know.
能
So
这
it's
就是个
just
借
an
口。
excuse.
那就算是
Alright.
借口吧。
Let's chalk that to an excuse.
谈谈你追女孩的过程。
Okay, tell me your process.
先想办法和她接
Well,
近，多聊
I
天，
approach her first,
看看有什么共
then
同
try
话
to
题，
spark a conversation with a topic we both enjoy.
然后对她好，
Then I
让
try
她
to
感
treat
受到
her
我的
well,
诚意，
to be loyal.
能帮她做的事都帮她做好，
I try to help her, make
尽
her
量
happy.
让她开心，
Try to show her
让她
I
觉
can
得
be
你很可
reliable.
靠。
What if everything seems good? Yeah. So where is wrong? Maybe he is choosing wrong person from the start.
这次是这样，还是每次追女孩
So
都这
did
样？
you try this with every girl or just the current one?
都这样，
Each time.
每次都失败。
So you still
难道没
find
发
this
现这
tactics
样追女
viable
孩有
after
问
failing
题
so
吗？
much?
是的，我
No,
知道这样是
not
不
really.
行的。
I knew from the beginning none of it would really work. Well, but then again, if he kinda treating from the start that it's not gonna work, maybe exactly because of this it's not working. Hmm.
所以我想让自己更加优
That's
秀，
why I want
在
to
工
improve
作上
myself.
做出成绩。
That was in my occupation.
包括写我和其他男
So,
人的八
these
卦，
rumors of me with
也是
our
这个
man,
成绩的一部
is
分
you。trying to improve?
如果点击率高，
Well,
就能证明
if I get a lot of readers, that I'll prove the worth of my efforts.
然后他对你的态度
You
就
still
有所
get the
改
girl
观
to notice you.
是的，我相信是这
Yes,
样。
at least I think it might.
这么说，你非常喜欢
So,
现在追的
You
这个
really
女
like the
孩了
current girl then?
没那么喜欢，但
Not
追
in
不上
particular.
我
That
咽不
shouldn't
下这
just give
口
up.
气。
追不上只说明你们不合
That
适。
would mean you two aren't good match, though.
可这么多次都
That
不
doesn't
合适
matter. I don't want
我
to
不
just
服
give up.
气。
觉得自己很失败。
Then you think you're a failure.
是的，
Yes, of course.
尽量别这么想。
then don't think so much.
这是社会化动物中
This is
常见
common
的一
with
种
social
情绪
creatures,
是
a
人
necessary
类
part
自
of
我意识
human
的一
mentality.
部分，被更多异性喜欢，
If you're approved by
证明这个
females,
人的社会价
you'll
值高。
gain traction
也会
to
更
in
有安
society
全感。
and feel safer.
如果没有女孩喜欢，
If not,
你会
you'll
焦
only
虑，
become anxious.
对吗？
Yes?
是，
Yes. Is it true? Maybe. Don't know. We never think about this.
那有女孩喜欢你吗？
Well then,
向你示好，
is there any girl you ever actually liked?
曾经有一个，
There
但
was
她
one,
是乡下的姑
but she
娘，
doesn't have a
而且
great
学历
education,
不高，
and she looks
长得也
and why it's matter?
你喜欢她吗？
You like her,
她是乡下姑娘，而且长
like
相
any
也
girl. She's
我是问你喜不喜
I
欢
asked
她，
if you like her
相处的
or
感
not
觉
when
如
you
何？
or not
和学
being
历、
with
长
her
相、出身没关系。
because of your education or looks.
这
I never gave it much thought.
万一你们很合适呢？
Well, what if you two could be a match?
不会的，肯
Impossible.
定不合适。
We couldn't.
都没试过怎么知道？
We haven't done tried.
说不定
It
你
could
们是
work.
非常般。
不会的，
No way.
那你怎么知道现在追的
But how do you
女孩
know
和你般配
if？the girl you're after now will work out?
我也不清楚。
I don't.
而且你追这么久都追不上，
We've been chasing her for this long without response. That might be a sign.
我可以证明我配得上她
I。can prove I'm worthy of her.
你不适合，不是你配不上，
It's not that you aren't worthy. It's that you aren't good match.
真正适合你的人，
Both that truly belong together don't require so much effort to come together. It's actually interesting topic. Well, it's kind of hard for me to actually like really talk about this because I don't really have any experience myself with relationships. But it's still interesting topic. Like from one side of view, definitely Professor seems right, but kind of hard to say. Like, yeah, I think she's right in this situation. But then again, kinda really hard to get what's gonna work or what's not gonna work. People can be different, and for one people can work one thing and for another thing. But then again, there is a professor. It's actually interesting if after of this novel actually do research like this or something like this. Like, do after of this visual novel have some like education on, or if he do some research what to actually be to actually know things what he trying to convey through his characters. Then again, things what Professor talk like this, it's not completely mean she should be right, or what after actually thinks she's right. And I think what after of his novel think about what Professor trying to convey gonna be more apparent when we read a little bit more of his novel. When we can see if after actually try to speak to Professor or not. Anyway,
就算穷追猛打追到手，
and
他
if
也
you
只是
were to
被你
get
感
her,
动。
not only be because she was touched by your motivation.
后 面你会非常痛苦。
After that,
一旦
would
失
only
去
be
了之
hell.
前的热情，
When the heat of
这
the
份
moon
感
dies.
情也就完了。所以说，像你这样最
People
后
like
只
you
会
always
筛
chase
选出一个不爱自己
those
的
you
人。
don't actually like.
良好的关系肯定是
Everyone
松弛
today
的，
is so stressed.
而不会那么紧张。
But affectional relationships.
但现代人都很紧张
I。really don't like word relationships. I always struggle to actually read it. Everyone today is so stressed. But a functional relationship is a relaxed relationship.
您的意思是说，
You're
我不
saying
应该去
I
追求
shouldn't
漂亮的女
try
孩
to get beautiful girls.
你应该追求自己真正
It
喜欢
doesn't
的
matter
女孩
what she looks like.
和她
Your
漂
goal
不漂
should be
亮无
any
关
girl, but you actually enjoy the company of. Well, I guess it is sounds good. Hmm. From one side, I am agree. From another, I kind of think that it should be still something more, because when you just enjoy company, you can be just friends. But then again, I personally never actually liked things like love in first sight or something like this. I I'm always myself was thinking it's better to be well be friends with someone actually enjoy the company, like firstly no in general be good with each other, and then actually if you already friends and good with each other, then you probably can try and make relationship and not like just try and date someone when you just meet or something like this without actually be something more in the start. Well, but then again, it's only my inexperienced opinion. People somehow find people, then they actually end up together in clubs or something like this. Even if I never actually understood it. Anyway,
如果我喜欢漂亮的女孩呢？
what if that's a beautiful one?
你不一定喜欢漂亮的
It
女
doesn't
孩，
matter. You might
就连
not
什么
have
是
a full
漂
view
亮
of
你都
that
不知道。
beauty really is yet.
你嘴里的漂亮只是大众
The
视
way
觉
you
里的漂
use
亮，
it
你被
is
这
so
个标
base
准
in
绑
general.
架了。
You're far too tied to it.
我总不能去喜
I
欢丑
couldn't
的
be
人
with
吧？
an ugly one.
不好说。
That's yet to even be seen.
太平洋某个原始部落的男人觉得女人厚嘴唇、
There
大
were
龅牙很
ancient
美，
cultures
你为什么
that
不能？
appealed enormous lips and marked teeth in women. It's also subjective. I mean, yes, but then again, people has their actual tests. Like, not like mean what person should like exactly what society consider uh, norm or beauty, but still, usually people have some standards what they prefer. It's kind of hard question. I guess usually it should be both. Like you should be well connected with someone, like enjoy company, be friends or something. But I guess to become something more than friends, you kinda need to have desire for something more. But then again, maybe even you didn't have desire for something, maybe you can just want to be, I Guess just to care with person even without desire. It's hard questions. Uh, I don't know. Hmm. Just it's kind of just now I kind of started to try thinking about myself, and from one point of view, as I already said, I am more thinking about like, yeah, what you should be connected and emotional and stuff with person, but I also can't deny what I have my own tastes, and it just while I am thinking what people can look whatever they look, but it didn't mean like I didn't have preferences in looks. Mm, okay. Anyway, whatever.
我肯定无法接受。
I couldn't possibly.
现在不接受，不
Just
表
because
示
you
将来
can't
也
accept
无法
it,
接受。
if in this moment doesn't mean you can't and won't change later.
不想凑合。
I can't just become the Lux.
什么算凑合
Sorry,？that Lux. What do you mean by Lux?
认命。和一个
Giving up my
自己不喜
standards
欢的人在
and
一
live with
起。
someone I don't like. Mm. Then I. Okay. This. Well, it's pretty much same question. What it mean to like someone? Is it like appearance, or the person behind appearance, or everything together? Huh.
你现在这样，也不会和自己喜欢的
That's
人在一
exactly
起。
what will happen if you continue as you have.
我有原则。
Have personal rules for these things.
你的原则不是真正的原则，
These rules of yours
而
aren't
且很
real.
受局限。
They only limit you.
社会灌输了你很多所谓
Modern
的
society has brainwashed
可
you
惜
with
一大
standards,
半都没有意义。
but they are all meaningless.
你追求女孩，有那方面
Do
的
you have
目的吗
desires?
生理
Sorry.
上的，
Do you have desire for this girl you after? Biologically speaking,
有，这很奇怪
yes.
吗？
Is that so strange?
不奇怪，一般人都有。
Of course not. Everyone has these urges.
但你不去约短期
Well,
关系吗？
have you tried to just
或者
buy
用
your way
钱
to
解决
this
问题
to whose desires?
试过几次，
I
但
have,
很空虚。
but always feels so empty.
还是有心灵伴侣更好。
It's much better by lying the partner.
是的，
Absolutely.
有这个觉悟，你就能
And
筛
keep
选到
that
很
in
多
mind.
合适的女孩，
Use it to narrow your
更
search
精准地找到
and
对
more
象。
precisely define who you love.
可你需要跳出之前的框
It
架，
comes out of your
不
bubble.
要受环境影响。
Attempt to remove all environmental influences.
什么意思？
I don't understand.
就是让你别去追求妹
What
子，
I mean is,
尤其
don't
是
try
那
so
种
hard.
感天动地、
Especially when you
要苦苦
know
追求的。
it won't especially when you know it won't even pay off.
为什么？不追女孩
But if you don't try
怎么
to
得
get
到？
someone, you'll get no one.
之前的研究里做过大规模抽样调
There
查，
were official statistics recorded on this before.
10000对已经结婚的调查对
10,000
象，
married couples
恋爱经历
have
各
their
有
own separate experiences.
有相亲认识的，朋友
Some
介
meet
绍
through
的，
dating sites,
从小
some
开
meet through
始就
friends.
在一起的，
Our still were own childhood couples.
有网恋闪婚的，也有
Some
路
only
边
knew
撞
each other
的，
online.
也有出车
Ours
祸
were
里
just
边认
strangers
识的，
climbing into each other. And a couple that meet to be a car crash.
还有一对是合伙
There
投
were
资
actually
买
one
房，
couple
后来发
they were
现
already
相
going
得
to
太
be
麻烦，
roommates
干脆结婚的
and。decided to marry to save their trouble.
但是唯独没有你这样，苦苦追求。
None of them have
最
tried
后成功
this hard to chase the hour.
相反，有那种苦苦追求成功，
Conversely,
但马上分手和别人
There
结
were
婚的。
ones that tried hard like you, failed, and ended up marrying someone else anyhow. Hmm. Hmm. I kinda don't really seems like true. These statistics, I don't know, like none of them try to hard chest to the hour. Mm, like I kind of think there should be some exceptions. There's no exceptions at all. That's kind of strange. I mean, maybe just didn't enough 10,000. Hmm. But still, even with 10,000, you still expect some, at least some exceptions. Don't know. Kinda didn't seems too believable.
知道一个人适不适合你，不
It
用
doesn't
花太
even
多
take
时
all
间。
that much to realize who might pair with you well.
如果花了很多时间都不知
But
道，
you spend a lot of time chasing them. With them with no response, there's definitely no chance.
这是作为感情专家
Speaking
的
from
经验吗
experience as an expert in relationships,
不是经验，是研究成果。
not experience as much. Just a well-researched conclusion.
现代的择偶过程被商品社会
Choosing a
绑
mate
架，
in today's climate is
追
nothing
求
but
过程
gimmick.
被刻意美化了。
Business fine-tuning social norms to line their pockets.
仅仅是因为这个追求过程可以促
Not
进
just
消
so
费，
that the process of dating can be giant money thing for commodities. Okay, and here she lost me. Anyway,
当然，作为女性个体，
of course,
生育
as
代
a
价
female,
很大。
having a
但
child
筛选
is
对
costly
象
in many
是
ways.
出于本能，
So there are instincts to choose mates carefully.
可因为本能而将其
This
变为一
instinct
种
alone,
大规模选秀节
however,
目，
blows the entire
对
things
于
up
社会
into
来
a
说
game
非常
show.
浪费。
So wasteful.
浪费。
Wasteful?
作为一个社会人，你
As
有
a
很
member of
多有
society,
意义的事情可以做，
your efforts should be
哪
aimed
怕是挖掘
at
我
our
这种
things,
不知名学者的
and
黑
if it
历
means
史，
digging up my past.
但没必要去追求女孩。
Anything
特
but
别是花
chasing
很
a
多
girl
时间和精力
you'll
追
never get. Wasting money and time that you'll never return.
追求喜欢的人是很美好的，
But going after who you loved, but going after who you love, that's beautiful.
但你的经验并不美好。
What you're doing isn't beautiful.
我承认，
To
我
that
的
end,
感情
I
生活
agree.
很失败。
I'm complete failure in relationships.
可浪漫的爱情故事是
But
存在
romance
的，
isn't completely
而
dead.
且
I have
我
a
也有
chance.
机会。
旧社会的农民也相信，
In
只
old
要
times,
自己努力就能
peasants
变成
thought they could become lords just by hard work.
这不一样，
This isn't the same.
一样的。你和旧社会的
It's
农民一样，
it is the
思维
same,
方式受到了
in the
限
sense that you and a peasant are limited in your frame of minds.
我不认同这个说法。
I disagree.
虽然遇到合适的人需要运气
Meeting
和
the right
缘分，
person might require
但
luck
还是
and
可以
fate
通过努力获得
that
成
can be
功。
worked towards.
如果没有遇到呢？
And if you
你
never
会一
meet
直
the
单
one,
身
you'll be satisfied to die single.
我相信自己会遇到的。
I believe I'll meet her.
假设一下，如果
Just
遇不到
humor
会
me
怎
in
么样
imagining you don't.
我还不想假设这种事
I。don't want to think about it.
那你换个思路，
Fine
想想
then.
其他人，
Changing gears,
他们能遇
Try
到自己
someone
合
else.
适的对象吗？
you think everyone will find a soulmate. Sorry. You think everyone will find a soulmate.
有的能遇到，
Some
有的
will,
不能遇到。
some won't.
遇不到的一般会怎么样？
So what of the latter?
凑合，
Don't for someone possible.
没错，通常
There
情
you-
况下都
There
是
you
这样
go.
你会不会觉得这样很可惜
Do you find this unfortunate?
非常可惜。
I
所以
do.
我不想凑合。
That's why I refuse to drop that low.
但对于一个社会来说，
But the reality is
大部分都
that
会
the
凑合
majority of people,
而且这种凑合是在
it's
浪
all
费
the
很
result
多
of
资源
wasting
之
time
后
and
得
mind
到一
chasing
个
at
不
that
太
end.
美好。虽然其过程被美化，
has been punished
但必须承
to
认
high
这
hell
个过程低
in,
效，
in
而
the
且没有
names of
意义。
milking it. But you have to admit the entire process is meaningless.
有意义的，
Ask of meaning.
哪怕最后会失败，
And if one
但
fails
还是
in
会
the
有
end,
希望。
there's still hope.
谁都不能保证下一个人
No one could ever
不是
know
合适自己的
who
人，
will be a perfect match.
这个过程是很没有
The
效率，
process may not be
但
efficient,
我觉得这是人
but I
生的
think
一
it's
部
crucial
分。
part of life.
很好，这句话
Well
说的
said.
很不错。
Okay, I think I'm kinda agreeing with journalists. You can't know if it has sense or not. You don't know who be a perfect match, or if you ever gonna find one. I mean, you chasing someone who don't care about you, it's probably wrong. Well, mostly just it is useless from the start. Well, as I said before, I kind of believe you should have at least some sort of connection before you actually should consider dating. But it's just my opinion. Anyway, well said.
能说出这种话，说
I'm
明
saying
你在
that
思考。
out. It shows how you think.
好了，我的问题
But
问
that's
完了，
it for. But that's it for me.
现在你可以问我了，
You can't ask me
任何问
anything
题都
now.
可以问。
那么
Then
之前说的是
are these rumors
是
true?
真的吗？
哪些？
Explain.
那些桃色新闻，
The ones of sexual nature.
不记得了。
I don't recall.
不方便说。
Does it pain you to recall?
是不记得。
I really
那
don't
些事
remember.
可能发生过，
It's possible,
但我
but
不
I
记
don't
得，
recall.
因为我觉得这种事一点都不重要。
It's not important enough.
那大家就认为传闻是真的
And
吗？
people will assume they're true.
就当是真的吧，没什么关
Then
系。
let them. It matters not.
这对一个女人来说，声誉会严重
This
受
would
损。
ruin your reputation as a woman.
最坏的结果是什么？
Alright? And the worst possible outcome of these rumors.
大家觉得你品行
You'll
不
be
端，
labeled. You'll be labeled as a slut.
那又能怎样？
And
你未来的事业
your career
会受到
future
打击
will be shattered.
和同行的
And your
排挤。
reputation will, with your coworkers, annihilated.
我现在就很受打击，
Well,
每天都在被排
won't
挤。
that really be any different from how things stand now?
你为什么会反对自由和恋爱？
Moving on. Why do you object to freedom and relationships?
我有反对吗？
Did I say I do?
你在网上的言论都是如
Your
此。
comments online infer it.
我不反对自由，也不
I
反
don't
对
object to
恋爱。
freedom or relationships.
我只反对
Just
自由
freedom
恋
in
爱。
a relationship.
什么意思啊？
What do you mean?
恋爱是什么？
What is love?
感情的一种
A sort of emotion.
很伟大、
A divine
神圣的
experience.
感情。
真的吗？
Really?
那在你看来，恋爱是什么？
I'd like to hear your side.
一种让自己找到合适对象的复合行为。
A compound of behaviors dedicated to locate a suitable mate.
它并不复杂，是一系列
Now,
生
it's
物和
not
化
so
学的反
complicated.
应。
Really just nothing but brain chemistry.
看来你并不觉得爱情是神
You
圣的
don't
东
make it
西。
sound divine.
将爱情神圣化是一
Our
种
society
需求
had built love up
它
to
反
the
映了
unity.
当前社会的生
Something
存
what
关系
a
和
conventional
生存建
success.
筑。它是人类为了将自己行
It's a
为
way
合
for
理化
humans
制造
to
的概念。
rationalize emotions.
历史上有不谈爱情的时代，
Historically,
是
married
因为那
relationships
时候
were
没有
found
谈的必
completely
要。
excluding love, as it wasn't necessary.
后来因为生产力发展，
But as soon as
需要更多的个
it
体选
become
择权
obvious there
来
was
改
a
进
market
自
for
由
it
分配的
being
方式
changed,
在这种条件下，爱情
thus
的
love
概
became
念
a
才
necessary
被创造
component
出来。
for a relationship.
同样的概念还有民主、
The
自
same
由、
applies to
天赋人
democracy,
权、普世
freedom,
价值。
talent, human rights, and many other values.
所以历史上爱情这个
So
概念不
historically,
存
love
在，
was a
未来
requirement,
也不一定会
and
存
I
在。
believe that will come back around in the future.
你的意思是，爱情是多余的？
So you find it an unnecessary step.
看情况，看历
It
史
all
背
depends
景
on
和
the
环
time
境。
period and situation.
它在某种环境下是正确的，
Sometimes
在
it
某
can be
种
right,
环境下是错误
sometimes
的，
it can be wrong.
在一定历史阶段是进步的，
In some cases,
在
it's
一定
a
历史
step
阶
forward.
段是落后
In
的。
ours, it's a step backwards.
我不认同你的观点。
I must disagree with you once more.
很好，
Good.
这说明你是在和我讨论学
That
术问
means
题，
we're finally talking
而
on
不
a
是
similar
八卦我
level.
和其他男人的
Not as
关
a dog
系。
chasing its next bill.
不过你想八卦也可以，
What if it's only
我
rumors you
都会
want?
回答。
Then I will oblige.
算了，你没什么
Forget
可
it.
八卦的。
You're impossible.
为什么？
What
之
do you
前你
mean?
好像很愿意查
You
我
are
的
so
花边
enamored
新闻。
in of my past a moment ago.
当事人不在乎，
The interview
查出来
doesn't
也没
care.
用。
It's pointless.
没错，而且看
Don't
到
worry.
自己的桃色新闻，我很
I'd
开
be
心。
delighted to hear about these rumors.
会开心？
Delighted? Really?
更多的人知道我不是坏处，
It's not a complete nightmare
哪怕大
cake my
家只
name
关
out
心我
there.
的丑闻。
No such thing as bad publicity and all that.
作为学者，这样不
The
难看
scholar.
吗？
Isn't this kind of publicity bad out?
如果这样能让我的研究
I
成
don't
果
mind.
有更多人知
That's
道
my，name being out there.
难堪一
Means
点
my
又
research
能
will
怎
get some
样？
more attention.
那你的研
Then-
究成果是什么？
I'd like to know the results of your labor.
你果然没看过我的论文，
Of course you didn't read my
尤其是最
articles.
新的。
Not even the most recent.
是的，的确
Yes
没看过。
I admit.
现在能给我讲讲吗？
So,
或
would you
者
go over it
让
with
我
me?
回去看。
Or do you want me to go back and read it?
我讲给你听吧。
I'd rather
让
talk
你
to you
看那么
about it.
长的文章很不
Probably
友
that would
好
be more friendly.
你居然会考虑对我友不友好
I？didn't expect you to care about that.
因为你是第一个对我研
I
究
think
成
that
果
of
感
our
兴趣的记
for
者。
the first journalist interested in my work. Huh. Okay, it's kinda interesting what they became more friendly now. Wasn't exactly what I expected. Wait, 57 minutes. Usually just make not for me making some stuff. So, and we back to our main character and Fluffy. The fire is more stable now. I stole a peek at Fluffy. He's still silent, but no one sleeping. He's just staring, making a half smile whenever I look. Just like when we first meet. This kind of behavior persisted for days. We always stared at each other in silence, looking away whenever our eyes meet. This had been our bond. To be fair, our circumstances were less than normal. Even still, we both felt an immediate bond without knowing each other. That's why everything seems so natural. Never fought, never hated, never misunderstood, never exhausted. Our problems, regardless of severity, can be solved with eye contact and smiles. Both of us could go without contact to the hour for days on end. And we still knew the hour to be Yet we still knew the hour to be that's most important. We were down together in just a few months, even learning. Our habits and lives were unraveled in mere months. All secrets were soon laid bare. Before long, tension and unique feelings overcome both of us. We simultaneously came to the conclusion that we were made for each other. The more I learned about her, the closer I wanted to be to her. It was like a perfect gotcha game. I was always nervous trying to extract something new from her. Right, I would find something I dislike. But it was always something I liked, every single time. Can't deny that. And I know this must have been a setup.
哥哥，
Bravo. How are you feeling?
靠在哥哥身上，暖和
Better
起
now
来
that
了。
I'm cuddling your back. Good. Oh, I'll try to find your phone tomorrow morning. Maybe card hour by snow. Doubt. So I can't promise anything. Mm, After what we've seen in previous chapters, I don't think it should be possible.
找不到也没关系，
It's fine if you don't find it. There's precious things saved on it.
有哥哥在就行。
As long as you're here. You don't have to say it like that. Remember your friends and classmates are important too.
嗯，
Alright.
哥哥，
Brother. What is it?
哥哥，你会害怕吗？
Aren't you afraid? Of course I am. Who won't be in this situation? If you don't make it back on this mountain. I don't think it's exactly what she talked about.
不是说这些了。
No. Not that. And what?
哥哥不会害怕吗？
Aren't you scared of me? I only think about you what could scare me is if you got hurt.
我缠着哥哥，会不
Also,
会让哥
I'm
哥觉
clinging
得
to
困
you
扰？
so tightly now. Isn't that bad? Not so far. You're keeping my hands full. But that isn't a bad thing.
因为我也在害怕。
Well, I'm afraid. So I mentioned. But don't be. You'll make it.
我害怕的不是这个，
Thank you. But that isn't it. Then, what's wrong?
昨天哥哥说的那些，
About what you
我听
said
得懂
yesterday. I get it.
哥哥应该和我有一样的
Do you
感觉
feel
吧？
the same about me?
为什么我会这么幸
How could I
运？
be this
正
lucky?
好喜
To
欢
love
哥
you
哥，
and have you to myself.
哥哥的全部正好
How I
都是
love
我喜
everything
欢
about
的。
you.
这种事情，幸
Such
运的
luck
让人
is so
害怕，
frightening.
害怕到总觉得有一
Almost
天
like
会发现
I
自
feel
己是
that
在做梦，
one day I'll wake up from this beautiful dream
梦一醒，
and
哥
you'll
哥
be
就会
gone.
消失掉。
No. I promise. I'll never leave you alone. Not a chance. Besides, dreams aren't so bad. And even if it's a dream, why couldn't it last a lifetime? It's not a nightmare, right? What's wrong with wanting to dream? If you're happier in the dream, then you should remain in it.
哥哥，
Brother,
我们
we
分开吧。
will break up. Interesting. Huh? Well, what do you mean? This is so sudden.
从今往后，
From now on,
忘记小荣，
forget about Fluffy
不要再见
and
面，
never see her again.
去做哥哥喜欢的
You
事
can do
情。
whatever you want.
我不
I
会
will
再
never
给
hold
哥
you
哥
back.
添麻烦。
Now they kinda change places. So I guess now Fluffy feel the same what your brother does before.
哥哥可以像一个普通的男生那样
Can live
追
a
求
normal
自己
life,
喜欢的女孩子，
chasing the girls you want,
想办法让她
Make
喜
her
欢
like
自己，
work
从不喜
work
欢
for her love,
变得喜欢。
work to be
然后
together. Wait, what are you talking about?
但是
But
哥
but you
哥
have to promise
答
me.
应我，如果那
If
个女孩
the
不
girl
喜
doesn't
欢
like
哥
you,
哥，那个女孩
if the girl and
让
makes
哥
you
哥
sad,
觉得难过的话，
please come back to Fluffy.
小荣会等哥哥回来
Fluffy will
的。
wait for
如
brother.
果哥哥
You
想起
still
了
remember
小
me
荣，
well then?
就会来
Please
找
come back.
我，好吗？
Hmm? Wait. Why did she start to talk about another girl? I don't believe he ever showed what he can be interesting in someone else. Oh. Because if she trying to take uh, окей, так сказать, гипотетически на английском. As expected, same as in Russian. Almost. Um, and if she talk, I mean, it didn't seem like she talk hypothetically, because um, I mean, it can be like this in the first sentences, but then she talk about her gonna be wait for Brower, which kind of seems like she expected to be an our girl already. Hmm. Kind of strange. Because, as I said, I don't remember he ever actually says something what implied that what there is something what he can like. Don't say it like that. Bravo.
哥哥，哥
Uh,
哥，
He started wailing, leaving me with no room to comfort her. All I could do is watch her in silent weakness.
调控。
Um. Okay. I guess we go back to Professor and journalist. Regulation,
是的，干预
Yes.
和调整，微观和宏观的
interference
调
and
整。
adjustments, micro and macro adjustments.
这怎么可能啊？
How?
可以的，它不复杂。
It's possible. Won't then be complicated.
所谓的恋爱，只是一系列
Love
的
is
化
just
学
brain
反应
chemistry,
还有心
met
理现
with
象。
external physiological factors.
它可以理解，可以控制。
As such, can be
可以
controlled.
干预
你是说恋爱可以
You
控制
actually
吗
think so?
当然可以。药
Of course.
基因
Just like
各
drugs
方面
or
的
genetic alterations. Mm,
我做的就是这方面的研究。
this is my field of study.
根据实验、统计
My
数据
experiments are just that.
预测将来择偶
Statistical
方式
analysis,
的转变
a prediction of
分析计划择偶
mating
的可行
outcomes
性
in humans.
计划性择
Mating
偶
outcomes?
让特定的人和特定
And
的
to
人在一
particular
起，
individuals
和
pair
谐
up for a
幸福的
happy
生
ever
活
after.
也可以创造特定的人
My research could
和特
lead
定的
to
人在一
tailoring
起
to people
和
for
谐
each
幸福
other.
的生活。
I have a really big feeling what this research probably really connected with Fluffy and her brother, because otherwise it's kind of too big of um, coincidence. Um, hmm,
这个很荒谬。
ridiculous.
哪里荒谬？
Elaborate.
恋爱必须是自由的，
Life
我
is
要和
freedom.
喜欢的人在一起。
Then spend time with whose I truly love.
你有选择配偶的权利，
Have the will
但
to
你喜
choose
欢什
as
么样
whose.
我们可以
But the
调
thing
整
you like can be physiologically and physiologically and physiologically manipulated.
怎么可能调整？
How?
很多种办法，
In many
而
ways.
且社会一直在
Society
自
does
学
it
的调整。
on a great scale already.
娱乐业可以包装出很多精致的异性模板，每个人
Entertainment
都会受
industries
此
can
影
make
响，
or break pages for the masses through modeling.
但其实可以做得更加
But
精
this
确。
can also be
根
adjusted
据
for
每
a
个人
smaller
的特
scale
点来定制。
for each individual.
我可以让你喜欢上特定的人，
It could
或者
even make you
特定的
like a
特征
type of person, perhaps even a specific individual.
这样可以省很多事，
And
对
would,
你
of
对
course,
社会都是。
save anyone a lot of work. Save society the work.
那我喜欢什么样的人，我
So what?
自己也没办法决
You
定
strip
吗。
me of my rights to choose who I like.
现在的你也没办法决
It's
定。
not like you're incapable of doing that. In the very moment,
你
in
的
this
思
very
想、你
moment.
的价值观、你
You
喜
might,
欢吃的
your
东西，
values, favorite
哪一
foods.
项是由你自
Each
己
of
决
this
定
is
的？
really decided by only you.
既然你无法决定，让别
If
人
you
来
can't
决定有
decide,
什么不好？
then how about having ours decide for you?
如果有专门的机构来分析，
If you allow your
来制定
relationship
计
data
划，
to be analyzed, what can be made for you?
那么计划性择偶能减少很多生
Playing
命，
out relationships
节
in
省
this
社会
manner
资
could
源。
really save a lot of people.
比如你，一开
Like
始就
you.
跟合适的人
If
在
you
一
could
起，
just be adjusted to love
而不
your
是那
fit
些女人。
instead of changing whose woman.
我敢保证，以你的才能，
I promise
可
you
以
would
为
begin
社会
to
做出更
contribute
大的
more
贡
to
献。
society.
合适的人我自己会寻找，
I'm
而
perfectly
不应该由别人
capable
决
of that.
定。
I don't need someone else decide for me.
如果我连这个都决定不了，
I can't
那就是
manage
历史
that.
的倒退。
I need to have it done for me. That would be a serious step backwards.
是否倒退要看参照系，
There's more
因
to
为人
it
类终
than
将灭亡，
sorry.
前进和倒
There's
退殊
more
途
to
同归。
it than that. As long as humans die, history will always fluctuate back and forth.
你这是在增加人们被奴役的几率啊！
But you intend to enslave ours.
并没有增加，因为你本来就是被奴役的。
Everyone is already enslaved without my input.
工作、娱乐、人际关
Work,
系
entertainment,
都可以奴役你。
relationships. It's all perfectly capable of being shackles.
没有，根本没
No.
有。
No way.
你怎么知道没有？
How do you know?
至少我有选择权。
Because I still have the rights of choose, of
是
choice.
啊，你一直都有。
Of course you do.
这个世界也可以假装让
I
你
want would have you believe you
让
do.
你觉得自己非常
Remain
自
you,
由。
remain in your dream.
商品社会制造
This
这种假
society
象
is only
是有
best
些
suited
商业
for
行为的基础。
gaining such illusions.
至少我不会和不喜欢的人在
At
一
least I
起，
won't live with someone I don't like.
绝不会接受任何控制。还有
Not
你说
controlled
的
by
那种
anyone.
调控，
Not confined by you. Regulation.
调控可以强制性，
Regulation
但
can,
更多的是
of course,
潜
be
移默化
forceful.
的
It can also
甚
be
至可以
hidden,
偷偷埋在你的
like
基因
genetic
中。
adjustment. Ah, okay. This is a really hard question. Because obviously, from one side, I obviously agreed with journalists. But then again, like, obvious, like, society like this, um, like, uh, like, not like free society, society what dictates you what you should do it and stuff like this. It kind of seems usually worse from outside for outside people than for people who actually in this society and live by these rules, because if it's already known from people who was born like this and used to this, they can be completely happy with it. So it is kind of hard to decide who wrong or who right. Well, only thing like it's kind of I only think gonna think what professor is right. It's kind of almost impossible to implement it. I only feel like you have technology and stuff, because well, people who gonna but well, I already said people who live born with this and live with this can be happier. People who well didn't was born with this pretty much gonna be really against it. So which means it's kind of almost impossible to implement. At least no without like complete dictatorships. Hmm. I mean, yeah, it's mostly like because I kind of always like the idea about total control and people. Like I know like people usually afraid of uh, like cameras, controls, and stuff. What didn't want for them, oh well, from government and stuff, look for them and what they're doing. But I actually always was a fan of things like this because if everything worked perfect, which definitely not the case always, but still, if you don't have anything to hide, and if you like follow the rules as and loves as you should, all of this total control should actually make your life safe. But well, and while I say what obviously there is a problem with uh, things not perfect, and there is also malicious intent, and stuff can just don't work perfectly. It's also can be fixed in if with time, or at least I believe. But then again, well, I am, as I said, fan of this, and I think like this. I totally just, as myself, know what I can't accept total control. Like, I mean, I don't know if loss of my country, like some stuff I just I am avoiding just because it's not that I'm used to it. Like, well, as example, there is some sites in my country what was blocked, but then I myself I'm used already using these sites, and because of that I'm using a VPN to actually get access. So stuff like this. Uh, why am I talking about this? Oh yeah. So yeah, but then again, if I would just as example, but if I it was um well as example as I saying, if the site what I'm used to it was blocked from my childhood, then I probably just didn't bother to try to get access to them. So yeah, what I try to say, and I already said, things like this always works from people who don't used to them, from people who outside of this, because people who uh, live with this regulations and stuff, for people who for whom it's just part of their life, they can't be completely happy with this, and thinking about everything else just as well as completely stupid and I don't know, and just chaotic and strange. So yeah, there is just I believe it just there is no right answer here. In general, just people just adapt, and because of that, but they also get used to things. So I guess people just don't like changes. So everything would not like things what people used to it. They people just don't like. Anyway, so let's stop talking about strange topics. Let's get back to this novel. Regulation can of course be forceful, but it can also be hidden, like genetic adjustment.
它可以基于大数据分析进行配置，也可以根据具体需要进行主观调节。
Can be configured based on mass data, or even just personal perception.
但核心目的一样，让合适
The
的
goals
两个人
are the
在一
same.
起，
Doubt.
花最短
To
的
match
时间
two people
浪
with
费
the
最
least
少的
wasted
精力
time and resources possible.
如果不合适，也可以通过调
If
整
not that,
让他们
we
合
can at
适。
least regulate too much.
这个过程你可以知道，也可以
You
不
may
知
not
道。
even realize it's happening.
和之前说的一样，你怎么
Like you
知道
said
明
before,
天遇到的女孩
how
子
could
适
you
不适合
know
你？
if the girl you meet is earn a match?
所以你又怎么知道
How
那
then
个适合
would
你
you
的女
think
孩
that
子是
there
谁？
will eventually be someone that does?
说不定你之前经过调整，
You might even be
然
manipulated
后
already
正好被安排在
to be
那个
next
女
to
孩
that
旁
girl.
边，看上去好像失去了选择权。
Seems to me like if
但
someone
幸
lost
福只是
their
会
will
增
to
加，
choose,
社
they could be
会也会
happier
更
and
加
more
稳定。
productive.
失去了选择权，那这
If
种
I
幸
were
福指数
to
又有
lose
什
my
么意
right to
义？
choose, what meaning does that happiness even hold?
我说过，你
Like I
从
said,
来都没有
never
过
really
选择
had that
权。
right.
我有，
I do.
你自愿每天工作到12点，
Oh,
拿着
so you
低
meaning
工
choose
资还遭
to
老
be
板
up
白
all
眼，
night working for
顺
a
便来
boss
拉撅
you're
我这个二流
that
学者的桃色新闻。
sorry. So you willing choose to be up all night working for a boss that undermines you? I'll be for a horrible person like me.
我自愿的。
Yes,
因为你不这么做就会饿死，
because if you don't,
也没女孩会
you'll
喜欢
starve
你。
and die alone.
奴隶可能每天工作5小
Let's
时，
could
够
work
吃
for
住，
5 hours
但
and
你每天
have
工作
someone
12
to
小
sleep.
时，还得自己买
Sorry,
房。
have somewhere to sleep. Work the wealth and have to buy your own roof.
但我有自由，我可以辞
But I
职
have。freedom. I could always resign.
然后换一个老板让你继续。
To change to a new horrible boss and restart the cycle.
如果你有不工作待在家
We
里
have
饿
the
死的
freedom
自
to be
由，
homeless
那么
and
奴
starve.
隶也有混不下去
Then
自
you
杀的
could
自由。
easily say slaves that have the freedom to kill themselves.
奴隶主解放奴隶，不是因为他崇尚自由，
Slavers free
而是
slaves
自由劳
not
工能
for
给
their
他带来
freedom,
更多的利益
but。for the profit to have them work as free men.
那群人鼓吹爱情，也
To
不是因
call
为他
the
们认为
last
爱情
specialist
伟大，
only want to redirect
而是
resources
因
more
为这样
efficiently
可以
to
让
the
优秀
elite.
资源。
不是这样
No,
的。
that can't be it.
是不是这样需要看数据，
It all
而不
relies
是
on
你的
data,
感觉。
not what you think,
我不认同你，我相信
I
大
don't
家都
agree.
不会认同的。
nor would any normal person.
一个研究成果有没有价值，
An
和
experiment,
它有没有被认同无
an
关。
experiment's result disregard public opinion.
更何况，我只是给出了
Besides,
一种可能
all I
性。
offer is a possibility.
未来是否要这样不由我
My
决
research
定，
can push it forward,
但研究成果
but I
表
can't
明这样
decide the
可行
future.
我不会
哎
让你得逞的。
Won't let you succeed.
但我已经得逞了，
Oh, I already have.
得逞什么？
What?
完成了研究，
My
所以
experiments
现
are
在只
finished.
需要让更多
I only
人知
need to
道。
let people know.
我才不会上当。
I won't fall for it.
实验档案里还有我滥
My
用药
data
物的
includes
记录。
various drugs.
虽然这些药物可能无害，
They're harmless,
但是
but
我
being
自己
sta-
调
as
配，
they are,
没有经过
they're
批准，
they're not being properly approved.
而且是在实验对象
Hell,
不知情
I
的
haven't
情
did
况
it
下
without the
使用。
participant knowing. Okay, so I guess we have our confirmation about Fluffy and main character. This make an interesting question. What gonna be an end result of this known? Because and without all of this, I kind of want them to be together. Interesting.
目的只是让他们更加喜欢对方。
My only goal is to have them fall in love.
用药的时间很长，
The date
剂量都在记录
and time
中，
of use,
数字稍
the
微有点
quantity,
大。
the results are professionally recorded.
还有最重要的，
But more importantly,
这是一次基因编辑实验，
this
触
involves
碰了
genetic
科学伦理
alterations.
底线。
Let's cross the bottom
之
line
前
of
是这么
scientific
说的吧
ethics.？ I think I mentioned that already. Are you
你疯了！
insane?
貌似是的。
Perhaps.
其实文章我已经帮你写好了，
I've written it all down
你
for
先
you.
拿去看看，
Go over it
觉得
You
没
can
问
publish
题
it
就
in
以
your
自己的
name
名义发
and
布。
show the full world.
采访结束了吧？
I finished
需要
here.
我送你出门
Do you
吗？
wish me to walk you out?
你真
You-
的疯了！
Really are crazy.
是啊，但世界上有不疯的人吗。
I am. But is there really anyone sane left?
有，
Yes.
你怎么知道肯定有？
I'd like to hear how you might know that.
求求你别问了，
Please stop.
我这就走，
I'll go.
马
Now.
上。
别忘了关门。
Don't forget to close the door. He ran away. Interesting.
请问作为实验品，您有什么感想？
Hmm? Okay, I guess let's continue a little bit longer. I'm not sure if we should. Um, but yeah, I guess let's continue this chapter. Especially since we usually finish 3 chapters on stream, I guess. So yeah. What do you think of yourself being a lab rat?
他强迫你服用过哪些药物？
What did she show down his throat?
另一个实验对象是谁？您能透露
Can
一
you
下
expose
吗？
the name of your fellow rat?
您被迫和教授发生过性关系
Have you
吗？
had sex with the professor?
你和那个女生是否曾经有过性行为？
Have you done the same to the girl? Actually, is it was a flashback? Is this why? Is this a moment when our main character decided to run away to Mantis?
教授对你们使用过催情类药物，还逼迫
As
你
your
们发生
professor
关系。
forced aphrodisiac on you, forced you to?
您是否受到过威胁或者拘
Have you
禁？
been trained or restrained?
是自愿的吗？他多大的时候？频率是？
Or did you volunteer? How old was she? How often?
你们是否都服用过激素？
Have you
身体发育
been
正
using
常
a stimulant? How is your body development? Sorry, how is your body development?
被威胁过了吗？你和教授是一伙的吗？
Have you been threatened? Are you with the professor?
你们考虑过反抗？为什么不报警？
Why haven't you called the police?
她是未成年少女吗？
Is she underaged? Shut up. Oh yeah. It is our main character.
你真的喜欢她吗？
Do you like her? Shut up.
是否和大家说的那样？
Is it
你们
like
对
what
他的身体气味有依赖
is
吗
it？like that people have been saying? You like your scent? Shut the fuck up.
你精神还正常吗？
I can't really read it in full volume. I don't really like to yell, so let's just imagine what I read it really loud. Sorry. Are you mentally stable? Go away.
你还知道什么是喜欢，什么是爱吗？
Do you even know what love means? Get the fuck away from me. Aha. A dream. That same scenario. Haven't slept well lately because of it. Every time I drift off for very long, it always comes back. It's tattooed onto my brain, burned in like a scar. At the top of this mountain, I haven't run enough away. Fluffy cried herself to sleep before long. Make her sad all the time, but now it's different. This time I couldn't comfort her. I couldn't even speak. Doesn't know what happened. But has she felt it? Or does she know and is pretending not to? Raphael shouldn't have said anything to her. Not her profile, not the report. It has always been excluded. More than the checkups. More than the checkups. She and the professor never meet up. Hell, I was told last second. And before she published her damned results. The second day, I was mobbed by journalists. Professor didn't tell help. She just watched. What's your answer now? Her guest told me that, like she was testing me even now.
你恨我吗？
Do you hate me? I don't know.
讨厌我吗？
How about disliking me? Some after this.
只有一点儿。
Just some? Why don't tell me?
你有权利知道。
You both
当然
had the
小
right
荣
to
也
know.
有
In the end,
告不告诉他由你来
the
决
anchor
定。
was your decision,
今
Tao.
后他的监护人是
The
你。
anchor was your decision, Tao. I'm not her guardian after all. It's not fair.
什么是公平？
Is anything? Maybe not. But this is just harsh. Fluffy,
你不告诉他就可以了。
you don't have to tell her.
继续假装什么事都没有，
Just pretend it never
和
happened
他开心
and
地
enjoy
过
your
日子
time together.
如果需要，我就告诉所有人
If
这
need
都
be,
是假的。你们
I
两个
won't
没
tell
参
her
与实验，
this is all fake.
我只是在
Just
炒作。
insidious rumors. Why?
因为你决定逃避，也是实验的结果之一。
Ironic it is well with predicted parameters.
任何结果都是实验的一部分。假装
Any
看不
result,
见是
expect
对
it
实
or
验
not,
的亵渎
is。integral to an experiment. To ignore one would be a disservice.
你可以和小荣继续生活，
You can live with life
你希
forever.
望的话，结
And
婚
marry
也可
her.
以。
She was made for
反正
that
她是
after
为
all.
你创造的。
What do she mean? She was made for that. And you? What do you want her to know?
这个你决定，我不干涉。
That's your choice alone. I won't impose. Do you really love Fluffy?
问你自己，
That's for you to figure out. You set this all up, did you not?
那你是觉得不甘心，还是
And do
觉
you
得
feel
自己被
relieved
骗
or
了？
cheated? I feel I've been cheated. Fluffy too. I still remember when I told you I loved Fluffy. The way you smiled, I actually believe you were happy for us.
的确是在祝福你们。
I was.
如果你真的打算和他过一辈
You
子，
decided to live together
我
going
现在
forward.
依然会祝
I'll
福
even
你
remain
幸福。
happy for you too. It's cruel.
为什么过分？
Explain. I thought I genuinely loved her.
难道你现在喜欢他的心情不
Do
是
you
真
think
的？
you've been lying to yourself? It was not predetermined. It was all you doing.
那就告诉你一个好消息，
And it's good news
你其实没有
Then
参加实
that
验，
you aren't a test subject. Huh?
你没有受到任何影
Your
响。
emotions are
药物
undoubtedly
的、精神的，
no medicine
什么都
after
没
you
有。
alters your mind. Nothing.
你对小荣有好感，完全是出
Your
于你自
affection
己
for
的
Fluffy
意志
is perfectly normal.
小荣也没有基因编辑，她只是一个普
Fluffy
通的
isn't
女孩。
genetically edited. She's just a typical girl you meet. Are you serious? Are you telling the truth?
你希望是真的，那就是真的。
If that what you wish, yes. Tell me right now, if any of this real.
这很重要。
Is that important? It's very, very important.
你们是自由的，
You two are free. Thank God. My feelings for her aren't fake.
刚才是骗你的。
I'm lying, of course. You,
为什么这么纠结？
why are you so upset over this? How would I not be? I can't decide who I love.
你能决定，现在就可以
You can, right here and right now.
意识到自己被操控。
When you
就已经
realize that
没有了
it
机
was
会
all set up, you're giving a choice. Then tell me, is what I feel really from my own heart? Then feelings I have for her, are they real?
你觉得呢？
What do you think? How could I know?
是的，我控制了你。
It's true. I've controlled you.
你的思想、你的身体、你的
Your
审美
mind,
倾向
your body,
都经
your
过
love,
干涉，
your everything.
所以你喜欢小荣是我干涉的结果，对吧？
Do you find your love for Fluffy to be my doing? Yes? Yes.
那么我在你面前夸奖小荣，说
If I
她
were
是个
to
可
praise
爱的
Fluffy,
女孩，这算
How
干
of
涉吗？
how cute she is to you. Is that interference? Not really.
我让你们两个住在一起，
I've had
这
you
个
two
算
live
干涉
together.
吗？
Live together. Is that interference?
我知道你喜欢女孩
I know you
弹钢
like
琴的样
girls
子，
that play
所以
piano.
让小荣学
So I
钢琴
had，her
这样算
learn
干涉
how.
吗？
Is that interference? That's yes and no.
喝碳酸饮料对身体有害吗？
Does drinking soda harm your body? Huh? Why would you ask me that?
回答我的问题。
As for me, can be.
喝一口会死，
Would you die from one little sip? No.
喝多少口会死？
How much would you have to drink for it to prove fatal? It depends on body mass and health.
纯净水喝多了也会死，纯净水对
Drinking
身体
too
有
much
害。
water will kill you. Too. Does it mean it's harmful? Sorry. Drinking too much water will kill you too. Does that mean it's harmful? No, it mostly harmless.
那为什么说碳酸饮料有害？
Then
很
isn't
不严谨。
isn't it also generalized? Sorry. Then isn't it also a generalization to say soda is harmful?
你得说喝多少才有害，
You really
有
should
害
be
到
more
什么程度？
focused on the
频
amount,
率和剂
rate,
量分别是
physical
多少？
factors, and so on. What does any of this have to do with fluffy?
得给一个标准。所谓干涉的
You
标
need a
准，
standard, a standard amount of interference.
多少次算？少于这
How
个
much
就不
does it
算。
take before
有药物
it's
就算，
interference?
没有药
From
物
meat
就
and
不
grit
算。
to drugs.
编辑了基因就算，没有
Doesn't
就不
count
算。
if
或
your
者编辑的
genetics
哪一
are
个算，
manipulated
哪
or
个
not.
不算？主观的、客观的、生理的、心理的，你给我个标准。
Subjective, objective, biological, physiological, however you want to. You need to give me a standard. I can't.
那你为什么会纠结？
Then why do you care?
你对小荣的喜欢
Your love
需要
towards
换算
fluffy,
成百分比，
does it really need to be quantified down a percentage?
这里面多少是你
If
自
so,
己的，
what percent is your
多少
decision?
是我干涉的，
My interference,
多少是
general
天注
outside
定的。
factors?
你自己的高于什么比例就是真喜欢，
Above what percentage is
少于
real
什么
love?
比例就是假喜
Where
欢
does。the line blur? This,
你只要告诉我一个比例，
if you give me such
我
a
可以
rate,
给你合理的算
then
法，
I'll calculate it for you.
只要算法对了，一切都会显
If
得
it
非常合
can
理。
be quantified,
这个社
your
会总有办法让
formulaic
一切荒
expression
谬的东西合理化。
that will give it a reason. This is how the universe works. This isn't about formulas.
那是什么的问题？难道你想自
Then
己的
what
感情
is-
完全
is
不
it
受到
about?
一点干涉吗？
Do you think your own natural emotions would be untempered with otherwise? Yes, that wouldn't have. Yes, that wouldn't have happened otherwise.
让你和小荣认识，不就是干涉吗？
Isn't coming to know Fluffy to begin with considered tampering? No.
怎么才算？
Then
全
what
凭你
is?
感觉，
Is it all just based on how you feel?
还是说我假装
Or
没
should
有
I
干涉，
pretend I never
让
played
你
my
以为
hand?
这一切都是缘
That
分就可
everything
以
you've
吗？
experienced is fate? I
你只是不敢承认罢了，
just can't admit it.
不敢承认自己被操纵。
Can't admit that you've been manipulated. It's not that.
那是什么样的？
Then what is it? I just wish I was born free.
世界上没有自由的人。
There is no such thing.
从你出生的那一刻开始，
The moment you're
身
born,
边的环境
your
就决
options
定
are
了你发
defined
生的
by,
方向。
by your environment.
你小学看的教科书，
The books you
你
read,
老师对你
the
告
lecture
诉的
you
知识
attend,
你
the
父母
stories
给
your
你讲的
parents
故事
tell you,
你遇到的朋友，你碰到的
your
敌人，
friends,
你
boys,
看过的小说、
games,
玩过的
work.
游戏，是这些东西造就了你，
These things
而不是
built
自
you,
由造就了
not
你。
the other way around. No, not this way. Professor, that isn't true. People are guided by their environments. I know that, but they have choices. I love Fluffy, but I wanted to love her myself, not be made to do so. I want her to love me, but not if she forced like this. I wish I had the possibility to love our people, even if it was only to realize Fluffy was worth giving my life for. I wish Fluffy had same options.
嗯，
Do you even understand that feeling? The feeling that makes us human. A firefighter left an impression on me once. Sorry. Stop. A firefighter left an impression on me once. He sacrificed himself to save a baby. Knew it was a desperate attempt, but changed it anyhow. I always have looked up to those that volunteered themselves. They could have lived better lives for themselves, but decided to give themselves to others. The firefighter was never forced to do what he did. He chose to do it. A choice between yourself and ours. It's always logical to choose yourself, but people still choose ours. So I am sorry, but I can't forgive you. Sorry, Professor. Fluffy is precious, just like our feelings. Both should be sacrificed. Both should be sanctified.
能理解你的感受，
I can understand that.
你对伟大的理解让我很
The way you
欣
feel
慰，
brings me pleasure.
所以我不否认
So I
你
won't
的
reject
看
your
法。
point of view.
但伟大不是人类的全部，
But
也不
that
是社
doesn't
会
apply
的
to
全部。
mankind.
如果靠伟大救火，那
If
就不需
anyone
要
were
消
to
防员了。
be so willing, we wouldn't need firefighters.
消防员是他们的职业，因此救火是他们的职责。
Firefighters. Sorry. Firefighters. Sorry, I kinda just starting to a little struggle with reading. I mean, it was kinda already almost no stream, it almost 2 hours. Well, not really 2 hours, hour and a half. But anyway. I mean, anyway, it's gonna be last chapter for today, so let's finish it. Firefighters are a sorry. Firefighters are a part of profession.
他们可以伟大，
They
但作为
can
消
choose
防
to
员
sacrifice
也有义
themselves,
务救火
but。they are paid to
因为拿薪
those
水。
fires in the end.
那么你觉得，因为他们拿了薪水，
Then, do you
他
feel
们救
they
火的行为
that
就
they
不伟大了吗？
shouldn't be revered because they are paid? No, of course not.
那么，消防员拿多少薪水合适？
Then, what salary should we look up
拿
to them,
拿多少
and
他们就不
when
伟
should
大？
we not?
还是说，他们救火
Or
救人的
perhaps they
行为
should
就
get
算成积
pointed.
分，高于
Sorry.
多少
Or
就伟
perhaps they
大？
should get points by saving people, and these points should determine their worth.
社会是不能靠伟大维持的。
Society
或许可以
isn't
靠
built
伟
on
大进步，
ideals,
却不
may
能靠
progress
伟
with
大
them,
维持。
but it is not supported by
公
them.
益需要无私奉献，
Volunteering
但更需要
involves
政府
giving
调
with
配
not taking,
目的是维持
but still
稳定
requires government
而不是为了正义。
intervention. It needs stability, not justice. But still, how can you think that?
为什么不能呢？
Why should I not? It's precious, priceless.
没错，的确是无价的。
Yes, it's indeed precious.
爱情、健康、
There is
生
love,
命、
health,
友情、
life,
理想、
friendship,
信念
ideals, and faith.
都是无价。然而社会资源有限，
But these
大家
are
必须给所有东西贴
but
上
these
价格
are
标签。
all limited resources, and so human society still must put a price tag on them.
我对恋爱没有偏见，但
I
我给
don't
了这
have a
个世
bias
界
for
另一种可
who
能
you
性
should。love. I did decide to give humanity an option.
大家有追求宝贵东西的
They
权
have the
利，
right to pursue it.
但也需要人把这些宝贵的
It
东
would
西
always
大众
have required
化、简单化。
sorry. It would always have required politicization. Learn bridge that point out. No, this isn't right. You're making me feel horrible. You cheapen my love for Fluffy.
廉价不好吗？
Isn't being cheap best? Of course not.
廉价的感情不是真感情。
Cheap love isn't still love. No.
你吃有机食品吗？
Have you eaten any organic food? Organic food? Why?
你觉得有机食品好吗？
Do you think organic
比什
food
么
is
化
good?
肥的？
Yes, I suppose.
所以主流媒体都推崇有
That's
机
why
食
media
品，
media
同时
praise
歌
it,
颂田园牧
along
歌
with
般的自
natural
然生
farming
活。
and agriculture.
虽然它比一般的食品贵得
It's
多，
more
但
expensive,
还是被大家吹捧
but。there are foods that still prefer it. Should it not be that way?
那么，为什么不把
Then
世界
tell
上
me,
所有的耕
why
地
not
都用
advance
于有
all
机食
food
品
to
种植？
being organic? Why?
因为那样做的代价
The
是
price
世
we
界上
would pay
80%
to do
的
so
人会
is
饿死。
80% of the world population starving to death.
有机食品看起来健康，
Organic food
但
is
产量
healthy,
很低，
but
而且生
have
长没有效
but
率。
has a low productivity rate.
以当前的技术，
If
同
I
样
have
的耕
current
地面
technology
积只能产
and
出
field
原本
sizes,
产量的4分
the
之一
product
甚至
yield
更少，而且容易
the
遭到
product
阻害。
yield would be roughly 1/4 its original size.
有机食品和你说的伟大
Organic
精
food,
神，
like you
还有
said,
所谓自由
just
爱情也一样，
spread it out, just like love.
它们不是必需品，
Both
而且
aren't
容易
required,
腐烂。
and both rot quickly.
依靠它们，大部分人都没法生存。
Society cannot make a solid base on these things. But aren't they still good?
所以我不反对他们。
That's
只
why I
反对
have no
任何对
objection
他们的
against them.
吹捧和神
Only
话
detest how people revere them as holy standards.
对他们的过度吹捧只是一个陷阱。
It's all a
为了
trap
让
to
你
open
我
your
为
world.
更如果没有爱情就不该结合，
The real
那么全世
necessity
界
in terms
80%
of
的人
survival
口都不该存
as a
在。
species is sex. And if people think that needs love, so be it.
现在你懂了吗？
Do you understand now?
我在做的事情是让
What
那
I'm
些
doing
不有
is
机的
akin
食
to
物
improving
品质提
non-organic
升，
food,
接
to
近
give
有
them
机
a
食
better
品的
fight
质量。
against organic. Yes, I've read your papers. I understand all this, but why me? Why me and Fluffy? Why is it only us that will never find normal love?
剩下的80%的人都想问这个问
Everyone
题：
else thinks the same.
为什么是我呢？
Why me?
为什么偏偏是我吃不起
Why
有机
can't
食
I
品？
afford organic?
为什么偏偏是我得不
Why
到真
can't
正
I
的爱
receive
情
real
呢？
love?
这都是为什么呢？
Why? But I just want to love her, freely.
你很自由，
You are free.
当人发现自己不自由，
When people
就是
finally
自由的。
finally realize their shackles, that's when they can become free.
从今往后，你
From
有
now
反
on,
抗的
you
能
can
力，
resist. What should I do?
自己想，
That's for you to decide. But
自己想。
think for yourself. The cracking fire occupied my blank stare. All I can do is sit. I can't think of anything. The fire weaves and breaks so chaotically. The fire is restriction. So are we going to get our choice soon? I kinda hope not, because I don't want to and sleep on the choice, because we don't have enough time to actually choosing. But we'll see. Think for yourself. I hid away in the mountains for that very purpose, and came back empty-handed. There was never any hope or finding an answer since the beginning. No matter how much I mull it over, every possible chokes my heart.
哥哥，
Brother, still not asleep?
嗯，
No,
想和哥哥说话。
I want you to talk. Sure, go on.
我很过分呢，
I'm terrible.
刚刚还说要和哥哥分
I
开，
just said I wanted to leave
现
you.
在又要缠着
Now
哥
I'm
哥。
begging to talk. Think nothing of it. If we really wanted to separate, anyhow, it's not like it could be decided just like that. If you still want to do that idiotic love, at least bring more cheer to it. So, what do you want to talk about?
嗯，我也不知道。
I don't know. That's fine. You can sit and think about it slowly. Just like that, we grew silent once more. We all stared at each other, wondering what words might break the tension. Then I remembered something. We always lived together, but never really talked all that much. I never thought that was a bad thing. Nothing between us ever grew awkward, and in complete silence. It was also natural. I never thought anything of it. It's probably because of Professor. Fluffy and I were born together since the start. Our habits, personalities, hobbies. Tom, have I ever met you angry?
啊，
Like, have I ever done something that upset you?
有啊，
Yes? Really? What?
比如哥哥不和我打招呼就跑
Going
到
up,
山里来，
going up here without telling me anything.
还有上次把人家做好的蛋糕踩烂了。
And when you stepped on that cake I baked.
去年冬天阳台
Oh,
上的仙人掌被哥
last
哥害
winter
死，
then I was trying
我
to
也
grow a
很生
cactus.
气。
And you killed it. How could you? You killed a cactus. He's a terrible person.
仔细一想，好多事情都让我生气呢。
Now that I think about it, you upset me a lot. Then, do you hate me?
讨厌不起来，
I can't. Normally, all of this would have faster hearted, Kate.
也不会啊，
Not really.
因为我知道哥哥
I
肯
know
定
you
不是
never
故
did
意
any
的，
of it on purpose.
即使是故意的，哥哥也会
And
和
if
我
you
解
did,
释。
you would always tell me why later. You trust me that much?
嗯，
Yes.
如果是我让哥哥生
If I
气，
upset you,
哥哥会讨
would you
厌
hate
我
me?
吗？
I don't think so. So far, I've never been that upset by you. If she were to hug me, I would be helpless. Would you accept a life that was set up? What I mean is, if someone were you set you on a specific path, how your life would be their command, without your without your opinion. They planned your entire future without you.
可能不是很喜欢
Maybe,
吧。
probably not. What if it was me telling you to do things you didn't like?
哥哥让我做的，我应该都会喜欢
If。it's you, I don't mind. Then, for example, even if I told you to leave me. It's just an example. An example, Fluffy.
果然还是不太
I
愿意
might.
呢。
But probably not. You should be able to indulge your own opinions, right?
嗯，
Yes. There's many things we cannot control, but we should fight to do so. If you don't even try, there really will never be any chance. And if that person was benefiting me, I couldn't just accept it blindly. And if they wanted the best for me, I still want to choose for myself. A nice lie is still a lie. I won't blame anyone for lying to me, but I'd rather seek truth. Do you agree? Fluffy?
哥哥骗过我吗？
Have you lied to me before? Yes, I have. I'm lying to you even now. I've been hiding so much from you.
果然是。
I knew it. Will you be as upset?
会，就和哥哥不打
Yes.
招呼就跑
I
到
just
这里
like
来一样。
with how you hid away here. Sorry. Yes, just like with how you hid away up here.
但我不会因此讨厌哥哥。
But I won't hate you. I won't hate you. That's a very fluffy thing to say.
那现在哥哥准备告诉我
So
了
then,
吗？
are you really ready to tell me? Is it gonna be our choice? I want to expose it all. I want to blurt it all out. But I bite my tongue even now. Should I tell her? What will happen? How will she act? Is there any chance I can still be with her? Okay, so it is our choice, and we're gonna check it on next stream. Sorry about this. So, but my honest opinion, I think there should be a truth here. So, just because, at least for now, only main characters struggle with everything like this. And I believe if he tells Fluffy, they can just go through it together. Without just I mean, and then it's kinda actually became their choice if they gonna continue being together or not. I mean, if they probably gonna continue to be together, but still. Um, and live out a beautiful life. It's gonna be. mm, it's probably just pretty much the same as the first choice. Then we didn't push her away. It's pretty much gonna be the same. Like, yes, they probably can just be together. Maybe we're gonna okay with this, but is main character gonna actually be okay with this? Isn't he not gonna think his entire life what it was wrong and be miserable because of this? It's kinda hard to say, but I kinda believe in this case truth is better. That's because then they actually can talk about this and figure out things together. But yeah, as I already say, it's gonna be on next stream. Even if okay, we saved. Said okay. Even if first one should be pretty short ending after we choose this, but still. Anyway, how to go back? So, but we gonna learn it on next Tiny Snow stream. What gonna be on Saturday. But for now, goodbye. Have a nice time of the day.